Curious about the buzz around the Vietnamese dong? According to top economists, the Vietnamese dong is gearing up for a strong finish in 2024. Currently, it's expected to shrink its depreciation against the US dollar from 5% to around 3.5% to 4%. So why the sudden optimism? Experts like Can Van Luc point to a weakening US dollar globally and rising overnight interest rates in Vietnam. The interbank overnight rate on the dong is now almost matching US dollar loan rates, easing exchange rate pressures. Truong Van Puoc, a former key financial advisor, also chimes in, suggesting the State Bank of Vietnam should keep the dong's devaluation in check to promote stable growth. With these favorable conditions, plus stable financing rates and potentially higher deposit interest rates later this year, the Vietnamese dong seems poised for a promising uptick. So if you're eyeing new investment opportunities, the Vietnamese dong might just be worth a closer look. Think about adding it to your portfolio today. You can invest in the Vietnam dong on the Forex market, or you can order the currency from a travel store online and have the currency sent to your home. Be sure that you purchase the currency that is used in the country today. The dong is the national currency for Vietnam, which replaced the use of separate North and South Vietnamese money in 1978. The dong is considered an exotic currency and is not traded that often on the Forex market. In a survey by Internations, digital nomads from around the world have selected Vietnam as the cheapest and safest country to live in. In Vietnam, it is almost cheaper to eat in a fancy restaurant than to prepare a meal at home. This means more and more retirees and digital nomads from around the world will be arriving in Vietnam. This is another reason the currency's value is expected to increase against the US dollar. There is a proven track record of currencies increasing in value in countries with a high level of tourism, European and North American retirees, and digital nomads. Beachfront condos rent for less than $600 a month, including all utilities and a fast Wi-Fi. Plus, foreigners are now allowed to purchase property in Vietnam. But more importantly, Vietnam is building up its infrastructure while recovering from a long war. The war was a conflict in Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia from November 1955 to the fall of Saigon on 30th of April, 1975. It was the second of the Indochina Wars and a major conflict of the Cold War. While the war was officially fought between North Vietnam and South Vietnam, the North was supported by the Soviet Union, China, and other countries in the Eastern Bloc, while the South was supported by the US and anti-communist allies. This made it a proxy war between the US and Soviet Union. It lasted almost 20 years, with direct US military involvement ending in 1973.